Echoes of mockery. In the vast expanse of space, where stars flickered like distant memories, the Earth ship Audacity drifted silently. Its sleek, obsidian hull absorbed the light from nearby celestial bodies, making it appear as nothing more than a shadow against the cosmic tapestry. Captain Zara Vega stood on the bridge, her dark eyes fixed on the holographic display before her. The ship's first mate, Kai Chen, approached with a data pad in hand. Captain, with picking up an unusual signal, Kai reported, his voice tinged with excitement. It doesn't match any known patterns in our database. Zara nodded, a small smile playing at the corners of her mouth. After 3 years in deep space, we might have finally found what we've been looking for: alien life. The crew of the Audacity had been handpicked for this mission, Earth's first true venture beyond the solar system. They represented the best and brightest humanity had to offer, armed with technology that had seemed like science fiction just a decade ago. "Prepare for first contact protocols," Zara commanded, "and let's hope they're friendly." As the Audacity adjusted its course to follow the signal, none of the crew could have anticipated the profound impact this encounter would have on the future of humanity. Hours later, they found themselves face to face, or rather, screen to screen, with the Zorax, a highly advanced alien species. The alien that appeared on their view screen was a sight to behold, a being of shimmering, translucent flesh with multiple appendages that seemed to phase in and out of reality. "Greetings, creatures of Earth," the alien spoke, its voice a melodious hum that seemed to resonate within the minds of the human crew. "We are the Zorax, guardians of the cosmic confluence. You have traveled far from your home." Captain Vega stepped forward, her posture straight and proud. "We come in peace and in the spirit of discovery. I am Captain Zara Vega of the Earth ship Audacity. We seek to learn and to forge new connections among the stars." The Zorax emitted a sound that might have been laughter, but to human ears, it was more akin to the tinkling of crystal wind chimes. "How quaint. Tell us, Captain Vega, how long did it take your species to achieve faster-than-light travel?" Zara hesitated for a moment, sensing an undercurrent of condescension in the alien's tone. "We achieved FTL capabilities just 15 Earth years ago." The sound of crystal chimes intensified. 15 years? Oh, you poor, primitive creatures. We mastered faster-than-light travel eons ago. Your technology must seem so advanced to you. The mocking tone sent a chill down Zora's spine. This wasn't the warm welcome they had hoped for. "We may be new to interstellar travel," she replied, keeping her voice level, "but we have much to offer. We seek to learn and grow." "Learn and grow?" interrupted the Zorax. "Perhaps you can learn to be our pets. That might be all you're good for." Anger flashed across the faces of the Audacity's crew. Dr. Amelia Frost, the ship's chief scientist, stepped forward, her scientific curiosity overriding her indignation. "We've made great strides in various fields of science. Surely there must be areas where we can contribute." "Contribute?" The alien's tone dripped with disdain. "Your science is like a child's finger painting compared to our masterpieces. But please, do continue to amuse us with your primitive notions." As the humiliation continued, Zara noticed her communications officer, Lieutenant Ravi Mehta, discreetly tapping at his console. Ravi caught the captain's eye and gave a subtle nod. He had managed to record and analyze the alien transmission, gathering valuable data even as they endured the mockery. For the next hour, the Zorax continued to belittle humanity's achievements, dismissing their art, culture, and technology as insignificant. With each passing moment, Zara's determination grew. She would prove them wrong, show them that humanity was more than they assumed. As the cultural exchange drew to a close, the Zorax spokesperson's voice took on a patronizing tone. "We will allow your species limited access to some of our less advanced outposts. Perhaps in a few thousand years, you might evolve enough to be of some use to us." Zara's jaw clenched, but she maintained her diplomatic composure. "We appreciate your generosity. Rest assured, we will make the most of this opportunity." As the communication ended and the alien ship disappeared in a flash of light, a heavy silence fell over the Audacity's bridge. The crew looked to their captain, a mix of anger, shame, and determination in their eyes. Zara took a deep breath, then addressed her team. "I know that wasn't what we expected, but remember this moment. Remember how they laughed at us, how they dismissed us, because one day we'll prove them wrong." She turned to Ravi. "Lieutenant Mehta, what were you able to gather from their transmission?" Ravi's eyes lit up with excitement. "A lot, Captain. Their technology is incredible, but there are patterns, frequencies we've never seen before. I think they're using dimensional manipulation far beyond anything we theorized." Dr. Frost leaned in, intrigued. "Dimensional manipulation, like in Dr. Yuki Tanaka's theoretical work on seventh-dimensional physics?" Ravi nodded enthusiastically. "Exactly like that. If we could understand this, replicate it, we could leapfrog centuries of technological development." A spark of hope ignited in Zara's chest. She turned to her helmsman. "Set a course for Earth, maximum speed." Then, addressing the entire crew, she continued, "What happened here today doesn't leave this ship. As far as the world is concerned, we had a polite first contact, but we have work to do." As the Audacity turned back towards Earth, Zara's mind raced with possibilities. The Zorax had unwittingly given humanity a gift, the motivation to prove them wrong, and a glimpse of the technology that could make it possible. Little did the aliens know, back on Earth, a secret project was already underway. A project that would soon shake the foundations of the galaxy and force the Zorax to eat their words. In the depths of a hidden facility beneath the Atacama Desert, Dr. Yuki Tanaka stood before a shimmering portal, a smile playing on her lips. "Soon," she whispered. "Very, very soon." The stage was set for humanity's greatest leap forward, born from the echoes of alien mockery and the unquenchable human spirit of defiance and innovation. The Quantum Forge. Deep beneath the scorching sands of the Atacama Desert, in a facility known only to a select few as the Quantum Forge, Dr. Yuki Tanaka stood before a pulsating portal of impossible colors. The air crackled with energy, distorting the space around it in ways that defied conventional physics. Dimensional resonance holding at 87%, called out Dr. Tanaka's assistant, Maya Rodriguez, her fingers dancing across a holographic interface. "We're pushing the boundaries of reality itself, Yuki." This was Project Prometheus, humanity's greatest scientific endeavor, hidden from the world and now more crucial than ever. The humiliation suffered by the Audacity's crew had lit a fire under the entire operation. As alarms blared, signaling another failed attempt to stabilize the portal, Yuki sighed and ran a hand through her silver-streaked hair. "Power down the quantum matrix," she called out to her team. "Let's analyze the data and try again." Just then, the facility's security chief, Colonel Sarah Blackwood, burst into the room. "Dr. Tanaka, we've received word from the Audacity. Captain Vega is requesting an immediate meeting with you and the project leads." Yuki's eyebrows rose in surprise. The Audacity wasn't due back for weeks. Did they say why? Sarah shook her head. "No details given, but it's classified as ultra-priority." Hours later, in a secure conference room, Captain Vega briefed the Prometheus team on their encounter with the Zorax. The room was silent as she played back recordings of the aliens' mockery. "They think we're pets," Zara concluded, her voice tight with controlled anger. "Primitive beings barely worth acknowledging. But thanks to Lieutenant Mehta's analysis, we've got something they don't expect." Ravi stepped forward, projecting a complex series of equations and waveforms. Their technology manipulates higher dimensions in ways we've only theorized, but the principles align remarkably with Dr. Tanaka's work. All eyes turned to Yuki, who was studying the data with intense focus. This is incredible," she murmured. "Maya, look at these phase variances. They're using a resonance cascade to stabilize the dimensional rifts." Maya's eyes widened as she grasped the implications. If we apply this to the Prometheus drive, we could achieve stable seventh-dimensional travel, Yuki finished, excitement building in her voice. Colonel Blackwood interjected, "How long until we have a working prototype?" Yuki and Maya exchanged glances, performing rapid mental calculations. "With this new data, and if we push ourselves to the limit, 3 months," Yuki said. "You have 2, came a new voice. The room turned to see UN Secretary-General Adebayo entering, his presence a testament to the gravity of the situation. "The Zorax have graciously invited a human delegation to their nearest outpost in 2 months. We need to show them what humanity is truly capable of." The next 8 weeks were a blur of frenetic activity. The Quantum Forge buzzed day and night as the team worked tirelessly to integrate the new insights into their design. Sleep was a luxury, with most team members catching naps in shifts to keep the work going around the clock. Failures were frequent and sometimes spectacular. More than once, the desert above the facility was rocked by muffled explosions as another prototype destabilized. But with each setback came new understanding, new refinements. 53 days into their 2-month deadline, as dawn broke over the Atacama, Yuki stood once again before the portal chamber. The air hummed with potential energy, the portal's edge shimmering with an otherworldly light. "Matrix is stable," Maya reported, her voice tense with anticipation. "Seventh-dimensional resonance is holding steady." Yuki took a deep breath. "Initiate final sequence." The hum grew to a crescendo. The portal's center began to swirl, colors that had no name in human language dancing across its surface. And then, with a sound like reality itself tearing, the portal stabilized into a smooth, mirror-like surface. For a moment, no one dared to breathe. Then the probe they had sent through reappeared, laden with data from the other side. "It worked," Maya whispered. Then louder, "It worked." The room erupted in cheers and embraces. Years of work, months of grueling effort, had finally paid off. Humanity had unlocked the secret of seventh-dimensional travel. As the celebration continued around her, Yuki allowed herself a small smile. "Now," she said softly, "we show the galaxy what humanity is truly capable of." The next few weeks were a whirlwind of activity. While the Prometheus team worked to scale up their prototype for a full-sized ship, a cover story was crafted. To the world and to the Zorax, it would appear that humanity had made a miraculous breakthrough in propulsion technology, achieving faster-than-light travel through conventional means. Only a select few knew the truth, that beneath the hull of the newly christened HMS Prometheus lay a device that could fold space and time itself, allowing the ship to step through the higher dimensions as easily as walking through a door. As the day of departure approached, the chosen crew underwent intensive training. Captain Vega, having proved her mettle in first contact, was selected to command the Prometheus on its maiden voyage. On the eve of their departure, Secretary-General Adebayo addressed the crew. "You carry with you the hopes and dreams of all humanity. Show the galaxy what we are truly capable of. Show them the indomitable spirit of our species." As dawn broke on launch day, the Prometheus rose from its hidden base, its sleek form belying the revolutionary technology within. As it ascended through the atmosphere, Captain Vega's voice crackled over the global broadcast. "People of Earth, this is Captain Zara Vega of the HNS Prometheus. Today, we embark on a journey that will change the course of human history, to the stars and beyond." With a flash of light that outshone the sun, the Prometheus vanished, leaving behind a world holding its breath in anticipation. In the depths of space, far beyond the solar system, the Prometheus reappeared. The bridge crew stared in awe at the unfamiliar star patterns surrounding them. "Navigation," Zara called out, her voice steady despite the adrenaline coursing through her. "Confirm our position." After a moment, the navigator responded, his voice filled with wonder. "Captain, we've traveled over 10,000 light-years in an instant. We're at the coordinates of the Zorax outpost." A fierce smile spread across Zora's face. "Excellent. Let's go introduce ourselves properly, shall we?" As the Prometheus glided towards the alien outpost, its crew stood tall and proud. Humanity had taken its first true step onto the galactic stage, and nothing would ever be the same again. Cosmic chessboard. The Zorax outpost loomed before the Prometheus, its crystalline spires twisting in impossible geometries that seemed to defy the very laws of physics. Captain Zara Vega stood on the bridge, her heart racing with a mixture of anticipation and trepidation. "Open a channel," she commanded, her voice steady despite the gravity of the moment. The view screen flickered to life, revealing the shocked face of a Zorax official. Its multifaceted eyes widened in disbelief as it recognized the species addressing them. This is impossible," the alien sputtered. "How did you? You shouldn't be capable of reaching this outpost for centuries." Zara allowed herself a small, satisfied smile. "It seems you may have underestimated us, Honored Zorax. We request permission to dock and meet with your leadership." As the Prometheus was guided into a docking bay, the crew could feel the weight of countless alien eyes upon them. Word of their arrival had spread quickly through the station, and crowds of diverse alien species gathered to catch a glimpse of the impossible humans. Dr. Amelia Frost, now serving as the ship's diplomatic officer, disembarked alongside Captain Vega to meet with the station's governor. As they walked through the sprawling corridors of the outpost, Amelia couldn't help but marvel at the advanced technologies surrounding them. Yet, she reminded herself, they now carried within their ship the potential to rival even this. The meeting with Governor Zixtol was tense, filled with thinly veiled suspicion and disbelief. The Zorax leader struggled to reconcile the primitive humans he had dismissed mere months ago with the beings who now stood before him, having crossed vast distances of space in the blink of an eye. As the humans explained their breakthrough in propulsion technology, carefully omitting any mention of dimensional manipulation, alarms suddenly blared throughout the station. Governor Zixtol's communication device chirped urgently. "What is the meaning of this?" he demanded, his scales shifting colors in agitation. A holographic display sprang to life in the center of the room, showing a massive swirling vortex of energy forming at the edge of the star system. "By the cosmic threads," Zixtol whispered, his voice filled with dread. "It's happening again." Dr. Frost leaned forward, her scientific curiosity piqued. "What's happening? What is that phenomenon?" The governor turned to the humans, fear evident in his multifaceted eyes. "We call it the Void Maw. It's a rupture in the fabric of space-time that appears without warning, consuming everything in its path. We've lost entire systems to these events." As if to underscore his words, the hologram showed a small moon being pulled into the vortex, disintegrating as it was torn apart by immense gravitational forces. "Can it be stopped?" Captain Vega asked, her mind already racing with possibilities. Zixtol shook his head. "We've tried everything. Our most advanced ships, our greatest weapons, nothing can close the breach once it forms. We can only evacuate and hope it dissipates on its own." The human team exchanged glances. This was far beyond what they had expected to encounter, but it was also an opportunity, a chance to prove humanity's worth on a galactic scale. "Governor," Zara said, her voice filled with determination, "we may be able to help." The next few hours were a flurry of activity as the Zorax coordinated evacuation efforts. Meanwhile, the Prometheus crew worked feverishly to adapt their seventh-dimensional drive to address this new threat. Dr. Yuki Tanaka, conferencing in from Earth, proposed a daring plan. "If we can generate a controlled dimensional rift opposite the Void Maw, we might be able to create a counterbalance, forcing it to collapse in on itself." But the energy requirements would be enormous, Maya pointed out. "We'd have to channel the output of a star to generate a rift of that magnitude." It was Lieutenant Ravi Mehta who provided the key insight. "What if we use the Void Maw's own energy against it? If we can set up a feedback loop using our dimensional technology, we might be able to turn its power inward." As the scientists and engineers worked to implement this plan, tensions on the station reached a fever pitch. More alien ships arrived, some to help with evacuations, others to witness what they believed would be the humans' futile attempt to save the system. Finally, after what felt like an eternity of preparations, the Prometheus was ready. As it approached the swirling vortex of the void maw, Captain Vega addressed her crew. "I won't lie to you," she said, her voice solemn. "What we're about to attempt is incredibly dangerous, but the fate of this system, and perhaps the galaxy itself, rests on our success. Whatever happens, know that you have made humanity proud." With a final check of systems, the Prometheus activated its modified drive. The ship shuddered as energies beyond human comprehension coursed through its hull. A beam of pure dimensional energy lanced out from the ship, striking the heart of the void maw. For a moment, nothing seemed to happen. Then, slowly at first, but with increasing speed, the vortex began to shrink. The void maw's own energy was being turned against it, forced into a feedback loop that was causing it to collapse. On the bridge of the Prometheus, warning klaxons blared as systems overloaded under the strain. "Hull integrity at 62% and falling," reported the engineering officer, his voice tight with tension. "Hull steady," Zara commanded, her knuckles white as she gripped her chair. "We're almost there." With a final, reality-shaking implosion, the void maw collapsed in on itself. A shockwave of energy radiated outward, buffeting the Prometheus and the watching ships. As the dust settled and the sensors cleared, a cheer went up from the bridge crew. Where once there had been a system-destroying vortex, now there was only empty space. The communication channels exploded with chatter as the assembled alien ships tried to make sense of what they had just witnessed. The humans, dismissed as primitive just months ago, had accomplished what the most advanced civilizations in the galaxy had failed to do. As the Prometheus limped back to the Zorax station for repairs, Captain Vega allowed herself a moment of quiet pride. Humanity had proven itself on the galactic stage, and nothing would ever be the same again. But even as they celebrated their victory, none of them could have predicted the far-reaching consequences of their actions, or the new dangers that now lurked on the horizon. The cosmic chessboard had been irrevocably altered, and humanity had just made its opening move. Quantum diplomacy. The aftermath of the Void Maw incident sent shockwaves through the galactic community. The HNS Prometheus, once a symbol of humanity's perceived primitiveness, now stood as a beacon of innovation and courage. As news spread of the humans' feat, the political landscape of the cosmos began to shift dramatically. Captain Zara Vega found herself at the center of a whirlwind of diplomatic activity. The Zorax, their initial condescension replaced by a mixture of awe and wariness, extended an invitation for Earth to join the galactic conclave, an honor previously thought to be centuries away for humanity. "Captain Vega," Governor Zixtal addressed her, his multifaceted eyes shimmering with a new respect, "your actions have recalibrated our understanding of your species. The conclave awaits." The galactic conclave convened on the neutral world of Nexus Prime, a planet-sized space station at the heart of the Milky Way. As the Prometheus docked, Zara couldn't help but marvel at the diversity of life forms gathering for this momentous occasion. Dr. Amelia Frost, now Earth's chief xenobiologist, whispered in awe, "Look at them all. Each species a universe of knowledge we've yet to explore." The human delegation, led by UN Secretary-General Adebayo, made their way to the Grand Chamber. The room buzzed with anticipation, a cacophony of alien languages creating a symphony of curiosity and concern. As they took their seats, a holographic projection of a being of pure energy materialized in the center of the chamber. This was the Archon, the impartial mediator of the conclave. Esteemed representatives of the galaxy, the Archon's voice resonated in the minds of all present. "We gather today to address the emergence of a new power, humanity." The chamber erupted in a chorus of reactions. Some species cheered, others grumbled, and a few remained eerily silent. Secretary-General Adebayo stepped forward, his voice calm but resolute. "We come seeking neither dominion nor subservience, but partnership. The threat of the Void Maws affects us all. Together, we can face its cosmic peril. A reptilian being, scales shimmering with bioluminescence, rose to speak. The humans demonstrate great power, yes, but also great naivety. How can we trust them with secrets of the cosmos when they are but infants on the galactic stage? Zara felt her anger rise, but before she could respond, an unexpected ally emerged. Zixtal, the once dismissive Zorax governor, stood. I once shared your doubts, he admitted, but I have witnessed their ingenuity firsthand. Perhaps it is we who have grown complacent in our perceived superiority. The debate raged for hours, with various factions arguing for and against humanity's inclusion. It was Dr. Yuki Tanaka, speaking via hologram from Earth, who turned the tide. Esteemed members of the conclave, she began, her voice steady, we offer not just our seventh-dimensional drive, but a new perspective. Our naivety, as some call it, allows us to see solutions where others see only problems. We propose a galactic science initiative, pooling our knowledge to combat threats like the Void Maws. Her words sparked a ripple of excitement through the chamber. The idea of combining technologies and theories from across the galaxy held immense potential. As the conclave deliberated, Ravi met her amid a startling discovery. Analyzing data from the Void Maw incident, he uncovered a pattern that sent chills down his spine. Captain, he reported urgently, the Void Maws, they're not natural phenomena. They're weapons. The revelation hit like a supernova. If the Void Maws were artificial, it meant an unseen enemy was testing the defenses of the galaxy. The need for unity had never been greater. Armed with this information, humanity's case for inclusion in the galactic conclave became irrefutable. Earth was granted provisional membership, with the Prometheus and its crew designated as the tip of the spear in the fight against this new threat. As the conclave session concluded, Captain Vega found herself approached by a shadowy figure, a member of the enigmatic Quantum Collective, a group of beings said to exist across multiple dimensions. You've taken your first steps into a larger universe, Captain, the figure spoke, its voice a whisper across time itself. But beware, there are those who would use your potential for their own ends. Trust carefully and watch the shadows between stars. With these cryptic words, the figure vanished, leaving Zara with more questions than answers. As the Prometheus prepared to embark on its new mission, Earth buzzed with excitement and apprehension. Humanity had been thrust onto the cosmic stage, but with great power came great responsibility and great danger. Dr. Tanaka's Galactic Science Initiative began in earnest, with alien scientists arriving on Earth to collaborate with human researchers. The exchange of knowledge accelerated technological progress at an unprecedented rate, but it also raised concerns about the potential misuse of such advanced concepts. Meanwhile, deep in the void between galaxies, something stirred. The beings responsible for the Void Maws had noticed the upstart species that dared to interfere with their plans. Humanity had made its mark on the galaxy, but in doing so had attracted the attention of forces beyond their comprehension. As the Prometheus set course for the galactic core, its mission to uncover the truth behind the Void Maws, Captain Vega stood on the bridge, gazing at the star-strewn expanse before her. The weight of humanity's future rested on their shoulders, but she felt a sense of exhilaration. New heading, Captain, Lieutenant Meta asked, his fingers poised over the navigation controls. Zara smiled, a glint of determination in her eyes. Straight into the unknown, Lieutenant. That's where we'll find our destiny. As the Prometheus engaged its seventh-dimensional drive, vanishing in a flash of impossible light, the next chapter in humanity's cosmic saga began, one that would challenge their resolve, test their ingenuity, and ultimately determine the fate of not just Earth, but the entire galaxy. The quantum chessboard was set, and humanity's moves would echo across dimensions. The game for the future of the cosmos had begun. Echoes of eternity. The HNS Prometheus emerged from its seventh-dimensional jump in a burst of chromatic energy, materializing in the uncharted depths of the galactic core. Captain Zara Vega's eyes widened as she took in the vista before them, a swirling maelstrom of stars, nebulae, and cosmic phenomena never before witnessed by human eyes. "My God," whispered Dr. Amelia Frost, her voice filled with awe. "It's beautiful and terrifying all at once." But there was no time for extended wonder. The ship's sensors blared to life, detecting an anomaly that defied explanation. "Captain," Lieutenant Ravi Mehta called out, his fingers dancing across the holographic interface, "I'm picking up temporal distortions. It's as if time itself is fracturing around us." Before Zara could respond, a blinding light engulfed the bridge. When it faded, the crew found themselves face to face with a being of pure energy, a member of the enigmatic quantum collective they had encountered at the Galactic Conclave. "Greetings, children of Earth," the being's voice resonated in their minds. "You stand at the precipice of a cosmic war that has raged across eons and dimensions." The entity introduced itself as Zephyr, an ancient guardian tasked with preserving the fabric of reality. It revealed a truth that shook the foundations of their understanding. The Void Maws were more than weapons. They were wombs in the universe itself, created by a faction known as the Entropy Weavers. "These beings seek to unravel creation," Zephyr explained, believing that only through cosmic destruction can true transcendence be achieved. As the crew struggled to process this information, alarms blared throughout the ship. A massive void maw was forming nearby, threatening to engulf not just their vessel, but the entire galactic core. "Your seventh-dimensional drive," Zephyr urged, "it's the key. But to truly master it, you must synchronize with the cosmic symphony." Dr. Yuki Tanaka, linked via quantum entanglement from Earth, sprang into action. "Captain, if we can modulate the drive's frequency to match the underlying rhythm of spacetime itself, we could potentially close the void maw permanently," Zara finished, a spark of hope igniting in her chest. What followed was a desperate race against time. As the void maw grew, threatening to destabilize the very heart of the galaxy, the crew of the Prometheus worked feverishly to recalibrate their systems. Dr. Frost, drawing on her extensive xenobiological knowledge, proposed a radical idea. "What if we integrate alien bio-neural interfaces into our systems? It could give us the processing power we need to calculate the cosmic frequency." With no time for extensive testing, the crew volunteered to link their minds directly with the ship's AI, creating a hybrid consciousness capable of perceiving the universe on a fundamental level. As the neural link activated, Zara gasped. Her perception expanded exponentially, allowing her to see the intricate web of cosmic strings that formed the backdrop of reality. The universe was alive, pulsing with a rhythm as old as time itself. "I can hear it," she whispered in awe. "The song of creation." With their newfound awareness, the crew began to attune the Prometheus to the cosmic frequency. The ship's hull vibrated, emitting a harmonic resonance that rippled through space. As they approached the void maw, they encountered resistance. Dark, tendril-like structures emerged from the vortex, the manifestation of the Entropy Weaver's will. "They're trying to stop us," Ravi shouted, his mind still linked with the ship's systems. "They know what we're attempting." Zara gritted her teeth, pushing through the psychic assault. "Keep going. We're the galaxy's last hope." The Prometheus plunged into the heart of the void maw, its seventh-dimensional drive pulsing in perfect harmony with the cosmic song. For a moment that stretched into eternity, the ship existed in all dimensions simultaneously. In that timeless instant, Zara glimpsed the true nature of reality, the infinite possibilities, the countless parallel universes, all interconnected in a grand cosmic dance. She saw the Entropy Weavers for what they truly were, beings of unimaginable loneliness, seeking to end existence simply to escape their isolation. With a surge of compassion, Zara reached out across the dimensional divide. "You're not alone," she projected, her thoughts echoing through the cosmos. "There's wonder and connection in creation. Join us in preserving it, not destroying it." Her words, amplified by the Prometheus's dimensional resonance, rippled through reality. The entropy weavers hesitated, their destructive purpose wavering in the face of this unexpected empathy. Seizing the moment, the crew of the Prometheus unleashed the full power of their recalibrated drive. A shockwave of harmonic energy exploded outward, mending the tears in spacetime and causing the void maw to collapse in on itself. As reality stabilized, the Prometheus found itself back in normal space, surrounded by the awe-inspiring beauty of the galactic core. The immediate threat had passed, but the echoes of their actions would resonate throughout the cosmos for eons to come. Zephyr reappeared, its energy form pulsing with approval. "You have done more than save the galaxy," it intoned. "You have shown that empathy and understanding can triumph over cosmic despair. The Quantum Collective extends an invitation. Join us as guardians of reality." As the implications of this offer sank in, the crew realized that humanity's journey had only just begun. They had proven themselves on the grandest stage imaginable, earning not just respect, but a place among the fundamental forces of the universe. Captain Zara Vega stood on the bridge of the Prometheus, gazing out at the star-strewn expanse before her. The weight of their achievement, and the responsibility it brought, settled upon her shoulders. Yet she felt a sense of boundless possibility. "New heading, Captain," Lieutenant Meta asked, a glimmer of excitement in his eyes. Zara smiled, her spirits soaring with the promise of adventures yet to come. "Everywhere and everywhen, Lieutenant. The cosmic symphony awaits, and humanity will play its part." As the Prometheus engaged its drive once more, vanishing in a burst of multidimensional light, Earth's children took their first steps as true cosmic citizens. The universe, in all its infinite wonder, would never be the same again. And so, the story of humanity's ascension echoed across the cosmos, a tale of determination, innovation, and the transformative power of empathy. From ridiculed newcomers to guardians of reality, they had written their names among the stars, their destiny now intertwined with the very fabric of creation itself.